What's going on, guys? Kevin here, checking back in. We're running solo today. I'm back home in Maryland in the home shop. What happened was, at the drift track, I lost all oil pressure, so I ended up replacing my oil pump. And you know, you gotta pull, you don't have to, but it's easier to pull the engine out to do it. So I pulled the whole motor out, replaced the oil pump, timing chain, all that type of stuff. So we got everything back in, so now I gotta do the final touches. Engine oil, transmission fluid, power steering fluid, I gotta top that back off again, and then we'll kind of just fix any little things up we have along the way. So yeah, let's get cracking. The 93 S13s with the DE engines, they take, pretty sure it's 4 quarts with the filter, so that's what we're gonna be running with today. We got our genuine Nissan oil filter here for anyone who needs a part number. There you go. Let's see. So filter, gotta get that back in. So that just goes on the side here. Days, you know, trying to get the shop warmed up. Keep everything nice. New gloves. So, we got oil back in her. One step down. Need another wrench. Need another wrench. Loosen that up. Tighten that. And I just have a drip pan under here just to catch all this fluid so I don't ruin my floors. I'm confused. I know what I did. So that, I had to make an adapter to cap off these lines to try and save some of the fluid. So that is what this is. And now we can get this back on. Wow. I don't know my own strength. Okay, and then let's see, bleeding your power steering system. What you should be doing is turning your wheels lock to lock with it off first, and you'll hear it start to bubble out. And I don't know, there's not really a set amount of times you should do it. You know, people say like, oh, you should go lock to lock maybe 20 times or something like that. You do it first with it off, you know, bleed the bulk of it out, and then you want to start the car up and repeat this same process of just going lock to lock a bunch of times. And eventually, you shouldn't get any more bubbles. So right now, we're getting ready to fill up the transmission with some fluid. I use MT90. That's, I don't know, it just seems pretty good from what people say on the forums. For anyone who cares, the torque specs for your drain plug and your fill port are 18 to 25 foot-pounds. Yeah, use that information as you will. One thing to keep in mind, if this is your first time doing it, is you always want to make sure you remove your fill port before you take the drain out, because it would suck if you take your drain out and then you can't, you know, remove your fill port. It'd be terrible. All right, what's up guys? So we have our new oil filter on. I'm still gonna have to run oil pressure test just to see if that solved my issue. I also ended up deleting my battery tray because it was pretty shot. Cut all this out, weld in a whole new plate that's flat because this is pretty wavy in here. And then I'm planning now to relocate my battery to the trunk. So what my plan is to do what I did on my S13, and I made this battery relocation tray. Fits right underneath where the spare tire would have been, and then I made these brackets here to hold the battery down, and then I just utilized the spare tire tie down there to keep the battery in place, so that holds the battery down. Then I have a strap across the battery to keep it from bouncing up, and it's pretty secure. Like, it doesn't move at all. But yeah, I want to relocate the battery to the trunk like I did on this car to my S13. There's not really much rust, but there's plenty of room. I mean, I might put it down in there, or I might do what a lot of other people do and have it just tuck it off to the side here somewhere and make it look pretty. But at some point we'll get a nice video of redoing the whole trunk. I'll probably get rid of the old sound deadening and I don't know, paint it all black, I guess, something simple. But while everything was off, I did, you know, I had the transmission separated, and I put the new rear main seal in, new front main seal, made sure I put some scribe marks down here on the distributor, just so when you put everything back together, you know that everything will run smooth again. We repainted all the pulleys, made those all nice, so trying to just make everything nicer as I go. So far so good. I think next step will be trying to address my fuel filter. It is kind of kinked on that side right down there, so we're gonna fix that line and go from there. Our new fuel line. What's going on, guys? Just want to give a big thanks for watching. We got most of our stuff done that we wanted to do today, so thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time.